I thought that I would read a few poems, and I guess I better get the duck poem out of the way. Since we were talking about ducks, and I told Michelle that I was a whistling duck. I don't know what she's going to do with that. We'll find out maybe later or never. Sending you a poem. If I don't send you another poem, I realized as I walked along the nature trail on South Padre Island, a blue heron standing, a migrating oriole in the grass. If I don't send you another poem, will you demand more wine? That's Santa Rita Reserva from Chile. I accidentally left in the trunk. More stops for valley watermelons, more boiling of peas to end your allergies. And today is the 1st of May. I don't have crepe streamers to tie around a pole or money to buy you a new Corvette, even though you already have a Corvette. And so what else is there to do other than save a turtle? Or watch sand collect along the park road that ends ahead? If I write you another poem, I would fly like a black-bellied whistling duck above the trees. If I don't write you another poem, I would die off the jetty $4 poorer. The Dr. Seuss poem I sent you last week is looking better. To rhyme like that in front of a high-def TV at the hotel is more taxing than baptizing a baby. Actually, why don't you forget all the poems I've ever written and splurge for surfboards down the street? We would never return here with your drunken parents. I thought to myself, even though every hour of the light and dark is a miracle, every cubic inch of space is a miracle. And the sea, the fishes, the motion of the waves. The miracle bonanza are lines I lifted from a Walt Whitman poem I read only a few minutes ago, by the way. The Brooklyn poet whose birthday is soon, whose construction site of a book I never opened in grade school. Not after my perilous journey across the mountainous slopes of Beowulf. I thought I would read something new. I have a habit of reading the same poems over and over again. So I thought I would stimulate myself, if not you, by reading something new. It got published in that Southwest series. It's the new anthology is out. It's called Weaving the Terrain. It's by Dos Gatos Press. And this is one of the poems that I have in there. It's ekphrastic. It's called After Georgia O'Keeffe's Black Cross with Stars and Blue, 1929. There's a word in there called Marada. It just means a church dwelling. She sees the cross during desert walks as midnight spreads near Taos like a thin veil. Those hills in the background go on like seeing 2 miles of gray elephants. To paint a cross close to a remote Marada, she layered oil, I would imagine, ground up pigment from a clay bowl that burns from dry air, lotion on fingertips. Did she chisel, wipe oily paint onto a canvas, hand-stretched, hammered to a frame of pinion, sawed local, endangered? She pegs black to remind us how dark the world is, not too big, just rich, so we do not forget. Part of that project is having to write exactly 100 words in the text of the poem without the title. That was nerve-wracking, and got into a argument with the editors about hyphenated words. It was a lot of fun. It was a great project. My last poem, I thought I would end on another animal poem. We don't have a hen poem, so I thought I would delve into the poetry of hens, or about hens. And it takes place at my favorite restaurant down the street from my home. Actually, this hen actually passed away, and so for this poem, she comes back in the voice like a revenant, like a something to come back, and so it's in the voice of the hen looking back on us, or on us actually. Rest in Peace, February 2010. The title is Julia. I am the hen who rented a room at the Raven Grill, but now I've returned to tell you what had been the most sacred. The breadcrumbs you left on the patio tables. When you ordered the pecan-crusted chicken, I only wanted to bury my head in the begonias. Even the Raven dinner was 3 chicken, cheese, and sour cream flautas. What the heck ever happened to the Ravens? If I had been the police, I would have ticketed your speeding across Bissonnette. Giving you the eye after seeing your parallel parking was never enough to prevent an accident. When your children said I was a rooster, I always wanted to peck at your face. I never wanted to lay an egg to prove them wrong. Now I have wobbled across this bigger road, freed of your pea-sized gravel driveway, no longer waiting for your impatience and those pathetic little planters. Up here, the hours, as you can imagine, are much better. The smorgasbord of drugs and alcohol is just endless. Sickness and the consequences, whoever said there were any. Men who have never cheated on their wives drive the best cars. We're still in jokes. The chicks write fiction, and often we ride by on skateboards. Thank you.